G'day and welcome to episode 142 of the Guy Who Sews podcast. My name is Sean and this is my weekly update where I share my quilting adventures. I'd like to welcome both new and returning viewers, but if you are new, I'd love it if you say hi in the comments so we all know we have a new friend. Come see what I've been working on, what I've completed, and all the other fun and exciting news. Let's go ahead and get started with our works in progress. I got a good amount done this week. I would have liked to have gotten more done, but I say that every week, so let's just ignore that part. The first thing I want to show you is the Cheshire Cat, which is one of the blocks in the Mad Quilt Party, which is a Alice in Wonderland themed sew-along by Art East. Wow, got it out the first try. How about that? Last week I showed you I got about this much done. The face is all done and part of his shoulder. And this week I got a little more done. And there he goes. We've got his body, part of his tail, and he's holding a big A. I don't quite understand what the A is for. It might be for Alice. I'm not quite sure. But it's part of the design, and here it is. So it looks like we're getting pretty close to the end. We just got to put his tail on, and then his feet, and he'll be ready to go. And then we can move on to the next one, which is the big caterpillar. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then the second thing I worked on, you may have seen me during my live yesterday working on this, is the borders for the Wizard of Oz, which is the previous year's sew-along with Art East Quilting Co. This one's been so much fun, and I'm a little sad that this one's coming to a close because we're so close to finishing this. You saw the side borders last week over here, but now I put the top border on as well, and the bottom, and also the outer border on the very top. So all we have to do now is put the outer border, this one here, the thin 2.5-inch strip around the other three sides, and this quilt top will be all done. Had a couple of people ask me yesterday, we'll show you one more time. It just looks so stinking cute, right? Absolutely. How I'm going to quilt this, and I'm really undecided on this. If you have any great ideas, I'd love to hear them in the comments. I'm thinking maybe a simple crosshatch, keep it simple, maybe do some fancy work on like the beard of the line and that sort of thing there, but other than that, do crosshatch. But if you have a better idea or have a suggestion, I'd love to hear it in the comments or in an email. Anyway, we'll move on now to our week in review. I do have one more work in progress, but I want to share that one a little later in the episode, and you'll see why when I do that. But the week in review, for anyone that's new, is just a series of videos to take during the week. It's mostly of me sewing, but also of any adventures we get up to, so I hope you enjoy. Last week I asked everybody if they did any other crafts or used to do any other crafts outside of quilting and sewing, and I love hearing all the responses. A lot of you have done cross stitch, paint, knit, crochet, you name it. I think someone in our group has definitely done it in the past, and it was so much fun to read all those responses. And I just know now, even though I kind of knew it before, that we have such a talented bunch of viewers here, and it's so much fun to see that. This week I thought we'd go back to quilting again in my question of the week and ask, as a general rule, I know it might depend on whether you buy a kit or not, what is your go-to background color for your quilts? When I started off, I gravitated towards white, but I have really fallen in love with a darker background, and this one here, which is called Kona Pepper, is my go-to. It's not quite a black, it's maybe more a dark gray, but I absolutely love it. So much so, I went out and bought a whole bolt of it quite a while ago, and I'm still working on it, but that is definitely my go-to. Let me know in the comments what your go-to background color is. Now it is time to talk about my goals, and last week I set myself 3 goals. The first one was to make some progress on the Cheshire Cat, which I achieved. Good for me. Go Sean. Second one was to make some progress on the borders, and again I got some progress done on that. Super happy. 2 out of 2 so far. Third one was to do some more progress on a work in progress. Sadly, that didn't happen. But that's okay. 2 out of 3's. Is it a passing grade or non-passing grade? Depends on where you are. Anyway, moving on. What are my goals for this week? I'd like to get this one done. couple more hours and I think this block will be done. It'd be nice to know that block 5 out of 9 will be done on here, so I'd love to get this done. And the same thing here, I'd love to get this done. I've got 3 more borders to put on here. I think a couple of hours dedicated on that, and that'll be done as well. And then once I finish this one here, I think it's time to start Toasty, right? I've got to finish a project before I start a new one. Well, for the most part. Let me know what your goals are for this week. So next up is time for news and events, and I only got the one video out this week, which was the live I had yesterday, but I also put out a poll midweek to see how many quilts everyone had finished this year, and it was fun reading those results as well. It was a nice mix. Some have done 0 or 1, some have done, you know, a handful, up to 10 and above. It was really fun to see that. My total this year is completed, like completely quilted, bound, and off to its new home, is 8, and that's actually double what I did last year, so I'm really happy with that. Anyway, back to where I was a minute ago. Talking about my live, I had a brand new guest yesterday morning, and it was Tasha from Tasha Quilts, and she was such a lovely lady to hang out with. I was so glad that she was able to come on and join me. She's a fairly new YouTuber, so if you haven't checked out her channel, go check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's called Tasha Quilts. I'll have a link in the description as well. This coming week, I will definitely have Clues 3's time-lapse for the Wild West Possum Mystery Quilt by Cotton Cuts. I'll have it out Friday afternoon for you guys, which will be really fun. And then if you're interested in joining that, this is your last week. They got to close sign-ups this weekend. So if you've been sitting on the fence, jump on it now, because if you wait too much longer, the Wild West will be out of town, and you'll just have to hang out for the next one. Don't miss out on that. Anyway, other than that, we may have something else in line for you. We'll just have to see how time goes. But that's what I have going on the next week or so. So what would you like to see next? I always love getting feedback from my viewers, and I just thought it'd be fun at this point to go ahead and ask, what sort of things would you like me to do in the upcoming weeks and months? I have some ideas as for patterns, but I always would like to do some more tutorials and that sort of thing there, and I'd like to hear what you would like to do. So let me know in the comments, or send me an email, instant message, whatever works for you best, with any ideas. If you have any particular guests you'd like me to have come on, any particular tutorials, or if there's something that we've talked about in the past that I said I would, look into doing, let me know, because I do tend to forget stuff from time to time. I'll walk into the kitchen and forget why I walked in there. So, yeah, let me know how I can help you and what sort of content you'd like to see coming up in the near future. And I kind of teased about this a little earlier on, because I had one more work in progress I was going to show you, and I wanted to show you later on the episode. And this is why. I probably should have included this in the news and events, but we'll do this separately because it was a lot of fun. Last night I was invited to be a guest on the Sewbacker channel, along with my friends Donna from Handmade by Ying with Donna, and Stephanie from Memoirs of a Long-Arm Quilter. And it was National Jelly Roll Day, so we were encouraged to bring along a jelly roll and make a project out of it. Well, you know me, and I like small pieces, so I couldn't just do big strips of jelly rolls. I had to cut them up into small little pieces. So I figured it'd be fun to do a bear paw, and so you probably saw this part on the live if you went over and saw it. And if you haven't, go watch that video. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing this, and this is a Moda Grunge line. I can't remember the exact one, but that's the first half of it. And then after the live, I went ahead and did the second half. I just have not attached the middle section yet. So come back next week, and I'll be able to show you that completed as well, if all goes well. I make no promises, because you never know what's going to happen. Anyway, that concludes today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, definitely hit that like button. Tell a friend, and I always love hearing comments from my viewers. I hope you all have a great day. Happy sewing, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.